So David Seaman captains an Arsenal side in which Oleg Luzhny will play in place of the suspended Sol Campbell. In midfield, Ray Parlour required to compensate for the injured Vieira. Parlour, like Seaman, chasing his 4th winners' medal. Ljungberg chasing his 3rd consecutive cup final goal. And up front, Dennis Bergkamp, preferred to Wiltord. 9 of the 11 have played in the final before Trevor.
Well, there's still a lot of quality. Down that left-hand side, Cole, Perez and Henry, it's going to be tough to keep them quiet, and that's a difficult area, I think, for Southampton. Luzhny has to be pinpointed as a possible weakness at the back, so I think Beattie will play up against him. And Parlour, I think, has been excellent in recent games and compensated for the absence of Vieira.
Well, in contrast, Southampton have no former cup finalists, but what a day it's going to be for 21-year-old Chris Baird at right back. Only made his starting debut 6 days ago. Paul Telfer pushes up into midfield, and Fabrice Fernandes is left out after playing in all but 2 of Southampton's games this season. Up front, just a little twist for Beattie. He may just remember that his Premiership debut for Blackburn in October 1996 was against Arsenal in Arsene Wenger's first match as Arsenal manager. The Gunners won 2-0, and if you fancy that score today, the price is 6-1, Trevor.
No, I don't actually. but down the right-hand side, I mean, young Baird and Telfer have to quell that trio that we mentioned earlier. I think so. On the left-hand side, Bridge and Marsden, a lot will depend on them getting some good service in from that side to Beattie. Certainly Anders Svensson can be a very creative player in the midfield. Oakley will work very hard alongside him, and I think Michael Svensson, one of the central defenders, has been outstanding for them all year, and if they are going to win, that man in goal, Niemi, can conjure up the sort of display that wins games.
Well, there are the officials. Graham Barber, whose wife Wendy gave birth to a daughter Martha 3 weeks early, otherwise the baby was due yesterday. His 2 assistants there, Nigel Miller, the taller of the 2, who's in his last match as an assistant referee. He's going to be a nationwide ref next season, and Keith Stroud from Dorset. Mike Dean is the 4th official. And the substitutes, well, Arsenal have got Wiltord and Carnot, who could come on and do a bit of damage. Toure, who's versatile. Van Bronckhorst, the Dutch international. And for Southampton, well, Fernandes will feel a little hurt about being left out, no doubt. Joe Tessem can also come on and cause a spark or two. Somewhere in that crowd is Chris Baird, 21 years old, from Ballymena United, just named in the Northern Ireland squad. I think the only player I can think of who rivals this for coming into a cup final with so little experience was the late Alan Davis. Played for Manchester United against Brighton in 1983 after only 2 first-team starts. Baird's had just 1. So welcome again then to the 2003, the 122nd FA Cup final being played, the 3rd one in Cardiff, under the roof. And Southampton in yellow and blue will kick off, playing in the first half from right to left. And the ball straight away back to Wayne Bridge in the left-back position. Good comparison between him and Ashley Cole for Sven-Göran Eriksson this afternoon. Up it goes towards Beattie. Now Ljungberg, who starts on the right for Arsenal. Thierry Henry's made the first run. Oh, and he's got the other side of Lunderkamp. Is this driver in the first minute? No, it's not. Goodness, that would have been the fastest goal ever in a cup final. It would have beaten Di Matteo. Look at this, he pulled his shirt back, Trevor, Lunderkamp, as Henry tries to shoot.
Well, I mean, the referee has played the advantage. You've got to give credit to Henry for staying on his feet because he thought he was going to score. The key fact is, if he'd have gone down, he could have got a penalty and Lunderkamp would have been sent off.
Incredible start, 28 seconds when that happened. Lunderkamp very lucky in my view. In fact, he is prone to the odd error despite the fact that he plays so well at times at the heart of the Southampton defence, and he was struggling there against 32-goal footballer of the year, Thierry Henry. What a start that could have been. Now then, the long throw for Southampton, aimed towards Michael Svensson. Missed by Ljungberg, and Lauren covers. And now James Beattie swings his foot at that. Well, that was an incident to get the crowd buzzing right from the kickoff.
But the thing you got to remember, 10 days ago they conceded 5 in the first 25 minutes. This would just have been terrible. And look, he loses his footing, is the wrong side, and Henry just keeps it on his right foot. I think having got past him and stayed on his feet, whether he could have just come inside to open up the goal and use it with his left foot, by keeping it on his right, you got to say, Niame, he does terrific, but it is a tight angle, and once you spread yourself, the luck went with him.
Well, the luck, yes it did, and with Lundegren too, I think. Anyway, here's Brett Ormerod, Oakley. Well, we could have some fun this afternoon. That's any indication of what's ahead. Here's Marsden. Wayne Bridge coming down this side also. And this time Marsden's found Anders Svensson. Marsden again. Beattie's made the run across the box. Here comes Anders Svensson. Well, Southampton showing no signs of being rattled by that first attack at the other end.
No, it's good. They can work hard. Oakley's a key to that, closing Arsenal down. And they just, as we've mentioned before, got down the left-hand side. Marsden got the crossing. Lusney dealt with it, but not convincingly.
This is Dennis Bergkamp. Now Gilberto Silva, the Brazilian, in the middle of the field, and Cole will find Perez, and this is where Telfer has to double up in front of Baird and try and stop Perez getting down the left-hand side, or Cole for that matter. That's the main reason why Gordon Strachan has dropped Fernandes. Yeah, they played Telfer at right back and Fernandes, right side of midfield in that game, and they were 5-0 down. That day, John, they went to 3 at the back and pushed Telfer and Wayne Bridge in as wing-backs, but it worked okay, but today they wanted to play the 4-4-2, so Baird comes in as a right-back, and as you say, Telfer's sort of going to double up down that side just to block Cole and Perez off. Just a little footnote on that historical thing about goals. Di Matteo's goal was the fastest at Wembley. There was a goal scored allegedly in the 1890s in 30 seconds in the cup final. Henry would have beaten that there.
There would have been nobody around to be upset about it anyway.
Quite right. Anyway, it's a little bit of history in itself now, that incident, and we've got Wayne Bridge about to take a throw for Southampton. To Oakley. Telfer gets a foot in, but so did Cole. This is Gilberto. Of course, we had the England-Argentina game under a roof, didn't we, in Sapporo? Nobody complained about that. I don't think they're going to complain today. It's keeping everybody dry anyway. Here's Lundberg. Lauren. Now Martin Keown, and here's Lusney, who some people feel could be a little bit of a weakness. We'll see. No Campbell, no Seagull. This is Bergkamp. Free kick. I think the man who made the challenge got the worst of it. It's Anders Svensson.
Yeah, Bergkamp just ends it. It looks as if just on the follow-through, I don't think it'd be anything serious. We mentioned about Lusney. They're still down at the moment, but Lusney is predominantly what we say is a weakness. Most of his career he has been a right back. He's played in the last sort of couple of games alongside Stepanovs when Keown was out injured, and Campbell and Seagon. So it's a tough test for him today. It's not his ideal position, and I'm sure Beattie will try and test him out certainly for most of this game.
While this was being dealt with, the injury, Ormerod went across to the touchline and Strachan gave him some instructions. But the concern is for Anders Svensson. Jim Joyce, the physio, is taking his time here. But he'll have to go off anyway to come back on. It's a free kick to Arsenal, and Martin Keown has come forward here. Far side from the kicker. Bergkamp. To Lauren. Henry coming in from the far side. But Keown stayed forward.
Good cross from Lauren from the right. Michael Svensson, who I said had been outstanding. Excellent headed clearance.
We reckon that if you stop the clock on that Henry chance, it was actually 20 seconds when he struck the ball. And, well, That would have given the referee a very difficult decision regarding Lundekvam if it had been a penalty. Would he send a player off in the opening 30 seconds of the cup final?
We would have had no choice. If Henry had gone down in the penalty area, he'd have given the penalty, and unfortunately Southampton would have been down 10 men.
Yeah, only happened once before. Kevin Moran, Manchester United in 1985. But Lundekvam escaped. Beattie trying to flick it on to Ormerod. Beattie is good in the air, but this is Parler for Arsenal. This is Lundberg. Oh, this is where Henry spreads wide. Dennis Bergkamp in the centre, being joined by Perez. It's still Henry. Oh, it's come back off Niemi, and Bergkamp's in here, and Lundberg was there too. Well,
I think it was a youngster who kicked it off near the line there. Chris Baird, who got back to clear it. What a moment for him.
Absolutely, from Bergkamp. This is Oakley. And Baird settling down well. He played the nice little ball to the right there also. But this is Henry again. He's like a dagger in the heart when he goes down the right-hand side.
When he goes down any side. I've got to say, when they beat them 6-1, I mean, Pennant and Perez got hat-tricks on, but Henry was just in a sort of form. He was unstoppable, and he started this game with his pace. If he gets one-on-one, you just know that he's going to cause problems.
If he was a fast bowler, you'd call him unplayable, wouldn't you? But this is a lad who's settled down nicely. Chris Baird. Henry here. Well, he was actually teasing Wayne Bridge to start with. It came back off Niemi, and then Dennis Bergkamp from a very difficult angle. Yes, the young lad makes the goal line clearance, as you correctly spotted, Trevor. Dennis Bergkamp then, whose future is going to be decided as a meeting between him and the club next week, he told me before the kick-off.
This is an opportunity now, John, the set pieces.
The long throw by Oakley. Oh, and David Seaman stretching. Michael Svensson, the centre-back, is a real threat on those.
Well, you've got Beattie, Svensson comes up, sometimes Lundekvam, and if you look at Arsenal without Campbell, you know, Keown, Lusny, they've not got anyone else in the side who are any good in the air. So, for me, set piece is absolutely crucial for Southampton to try and make the most of them.
Keown looking across to try and keep the Arsenal line, as Adams used to do. But Ormerod's got his arm up. He wants it played long by Niemi. Marsden being watched, among others, by his brother, who's back from service in the Gulf. Here's Anders Svensson to Oakley. Baird's quite happy to receive it on the right. He's got Telfer in front of him. Lusny clears for Arsenal. Wayne Bridge. To Ormerod, who came short. Bergkamp, and can he pick out Henry? That's a sensational pass to Thierry Henry. What a ball from Bergkamp.
Well, sensational was the word. I mean, he just had a quick glance. There was only one place it could go, and it went there. Just got behind the defence, and again, the first touch of Henry let him down. I mean, he was in a dangerous position there.
And Lauren has to concede a corner to stop Ormerod. Well, this is a really good opening 10 or 11 minutes.
There's the ball. Look, his first touch takes him wide, and then on his left foot, he's not going to beat Niemi.
Now, the two players here that are going to trouble Arsenal, Beattie on the 6-yard line, and Michael Svensson coming in just alongside him. Ormerod and Marsden further back. That was Ormerod.
Just a bit unfortunate, he backpedaled a bit. He was jumping though unmarked. I do think if they get a delivery or two right, they're going to get some clear heading opportunities, and that's when they've got to put the ball in the back of the net.
The right-hand end of the ground, a massive yellow, but they got a bit nervous when they saw this happening in front of them. In the end, it was a comfortable save for Niemi.
See, if it had taken in his stride with the pace he's got, and the defender would never have got near him. He just took it wide. The first touch let him down, but he's looked dangerous every time it's gone to Henry.
There's Ormerod, and Beattie was just trying to stay onside there. And Lauren. There's a bit of a doubt about Lauren's fitness, incidentally. I fancy Arsenal have taken a slight gamble with the Cameroon right back. Here's Bridge. Marsden. Ormerod. Beattie spinning away to the far post. Ormerod's cross. Oh! Well, that was an important interception.
Gilberto, he covers back well. He's not bad in the air either. He had to cut that out of the near post.
Here he is again. Has played centre-back, of course, the Brazilian. Now then, Paul Telfer with the drive. Hasn't scored since the end of last season, but that's partly because he's been playing most of the well, until today, at right back.
To be honest, that was a good opportunity to get an early cross in. Arsene Wenger just a bit pensive there. He knows they've had a couple of chances, but Southampton, I think, have come back quite well. And they had 4 people in the penalty area when Telfer decided to go for the speculative shot.
For Southampton against Ashley Cole, overcomes Luzhny. Oakley will take the throw in quickly, looking for Ormerod. Away by Keown. Southampton gaining ground, gaining confidence perhaps.
Yeah, now as well they'll wait, they'll let Svensson come up. They've got a long throw opportunity here.
Yeah, Michael Svensson just outside the penalty area at the moment, number 11. Coming in now, Beattie tries to flick it on. Keown didn't really get it away, but Michael Svensson's there!
What a good chance that was. Unfortunately, it was a defender it fell to. But you can see when the ball's in the air, Arsenal are challenging, but they can't clear it. Look, it's bobbling around, they can pick up the loose balls, they get a nice ricochet, and to be honest, that is a very good chance.
Michael Svensson, who scored the first goal of the cup run against Tottenham, and the last goal at Main Road last Sunday. Here's Henry. Arsenal haven't really got Perez into the game yet. Gilberto. Parler. To his right, Lauren, but he picks out Lundberg. Tackled by Michael Svensson. They're not related, by the way, Michael and Anders, the 2 Swedish players for Southampton. Here comes Ormerod with Luzhny. Oh, they've got a player over on the far side. He's a long way away till that's Bridges' cross. Cole heads out. Baird does well. Anders Svensson will find Telfer. And here's Beattie offside.
There's offside, but there were good early crosses in there. You could see Southampton, if you get the opportunity, just put the cross in there. Let's turn Keown and Luzhny around. This was the second one which knocked in, and unfortunately James Beattie coming out. But I think Southampton have done well.
So do I. Gilberto pulled down there in the centre circle by Beattie, tackling back. Ashley Cole with Perez on the touchline to his left. Comes inside now. They've widened it to Lauren. And that's going to be a corner to Arsenal.
A good header by Baird. again at the far post. He didn't know where anyone was. He's done very well. Exactly done his job. Perez has been quiet. He and Telfer have ganged up. He's had a goal line clearance. He'd be delighted with the opening quarter now. So
a very solid start by the 21-year-old, but now he and Southampton must defend the corner. Gilberto is forward, Luzhny is up, so is Keogh. And it's come out to Parla. They're appealing for offside, and there is a flag. Ray Parla, who scored that fine goal in the final here last season, hasn't scored since for Arsenal.
That is amazing. To be fair, he hasn't played as a regular, and it's been a bit unlucky actually, because people like Edu has got in ahead of him.
This is Ashley Cole. Lundekvam. A push by Luzhny.
Yeah, it's a push by Luzhny. Before that as well, Beattie out-jumped him for the previous header, so you can see Beattie is pushing up on Luzhny, trying to pressurise him.
Now Michael Svensson is forward again, and if Arsenal don't know about the threat now, they never will.
Interesting, look at the penalty area. They're all offside now. They're trying to encourage Arsenal to come back off the 18-yard box. If you look at the penalty area, they all went offside for a minute.
Oakley took it, and Anders Svensson came in, but Lauren got there first.
Good cross. They've been working on the set pieces.
They have, and this is their second corner. And again, Michael Svensson lines up with Beattie. Ormerod on the goal line. Oakley to take. Played short here to Anders Svensson. Well done, Baird. Oh, he showed real aplomb there, the newcomer. Fabulous. Only his second game, a cup final, and he tested David Seaman.
Well, that would have been some script. Look, he brings it down, thinks I'll come inside. Who knows, this could be a headline here, but just bounces in front. Nasty for a keeper. I'm not sure it would have squeezed in, but in the end, Seaman got hold of it.
Extraordinary thing about Chris Baird is that he wasn't even listed in the club's pre-season handbook. There was some suggestion he might not make it at Southampton at one point when he came through the academy and became a first-year pro, but goodness me, he's making a name for himself today.
I think in the pen pictures in the programme, I don't think he quite has made the Southampton one, so he can't even keep that for the future.
It really is the old-fashioned fairy tale, isn't it, at the moment? Now Gilberto for Arsenal. Parla finds Lundberg. Parla dispossessed initially by Anders Svensson. Now Gilberto. Henry starts a run. Bergkamp's to his right. Here's Perez. Trying to play the 1-2, but Henry loses out to Oakley. Ormerod. Beattie spins away.